Building the MAEKAN brand, focusing on tangible design. MAEKAN has always been digital first. We grew frustrated as the publications we used to read religiously all of a sudden changed gears. To them, we were just a number and not a passionate reader seeking great content that was unique, engaging, and that pushed culture forward. There's literally so much noise out there that you get overwhelmed. And unless you can catch a piece of content within a really small window of opportunity on the front feed, you'll never see it again. We were looking to capture some of that essence of the past when we would read magazines front to back and impatiently await the next drop. But naturally, with the benefit of all these awesome modern tools at our disposal. And despite this digital approach, physical objects are a very important piece in the MAEKAN brand. A great magazine or cardstock and its subtle textures has this ability to give you a momentary feeling of curiosity. As people interacted with MAEKAN, it was important to value the small UX moments alongside the feeling of running your fingers over a letterpressed logo in the same light. A good brand has these moments, but a great brand has a sense of consistency and cohesion in everything that it does. It's always been a perpetual struggle to link the offline world and the online world. And have we nailed it? It's probably too early to tell, but we were certainly thinking of both worlds in tandem rather than separately. Whether it was a business card or stationery, the impression you get should always create a level of great expectation. Early on in the course of MAEKAN's history, we were incredibly fortunate to convince Portland-based digital agency Instrument that we were two guys with a dream, and that we were worth spending 3 months together working on the early stages of MAEKAN. Shoutouts to the whole team in Justin, BK, Zach, Tim, Cece, J. Lou, Vin, JD, and even the friendly girl at the front door with the dog. They were all awesome at distilling a vision into actual word marks and logos. After all of that stuff had settled, it was time to put the brand into the real world. A conversation with our friend and chef, Matt Abergel, from Yardbird, Sunday's Grocery, and Ronin, led us to a small print shop in Hong Kong called Wise Art. The shop is owned and operated by two brothers, and they were oddly enough a mirror of us, working extremely lean with limited resources, but with a standard that doesn't allow for anything below excellence. We had trouble getting email responses from Patrick, whose email address was a string of seemingly random alphanumeric characters with an @hotmail.com extension. But ironically enough, he was on point when it came to WhatsApp. The Wise Art shop was no more than 400 or 500 square feet. Stacks of silkscreen panels sat from floor to ceiling amidst laundry being hung in the corners near old letterpress machines. Everything about their studio made it feel like some disheveled creative's live workspace in a city like downtown LA or Brooklyn. Since that time, we've gotten a ton of compliments on the cards and a few too many American Psycho business card references as well. And looking back at everything, details aren't always noticed by everybody, but that's fine, because MAEKAN is the sum of all these parts. It's the small details that come together to create something big, bold, and meaningful. Just like we're hoping people get behind our stories through the editorial experience, we also want people to have a certain physical experience when we give them our handcrafted business cards. We realize that building a meaningful brand is more than just refining an editorial lens. The whole process requires consistency around the values, point of view, and the desire to go where others deem too difficult.